you know.
It is Saturday, the 8th of June, 2024, and we greet you well, wherever in the world you are listening, watching, and hearing this broadcast of the Jamaican Diaspora live online on Power 106 FM. And we are delighted to have, well, she's going to join us in a little while. Uh, Jamaican actress of international acclaim, Ms. Shauna Chin, and she also is a nurse, among other things, and she's very, very keen when it comes on to the Jamaican diaspora, and she continues to play her part. And so we are delighted that she'll be able to join us. So we're going to make that connection with Shauna in a little while, and she'll spend most of the morning with us here on the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online on Power 106 FM. Still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com, live on your smart devices all over the world. And we're looking forward, as usual, to your full participation. After all, it is your program, the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online on Power 106 FM. And we also want you to know that we have loads of information, and the information is that we are going to have our hands full this morning as far as the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online is concerned. So we're going to be connecting with Shauna in just a moment. And then, of course, we will take it from there. Shauna Chin, good night, good evening, good morning. What time of day is it? Where are you right now? Well, well, well. That's that's very kind of you. Did you have any chocolate tea or cocoa, what you call it, or any of those other fancy teas? I and that should make you busier. Go ahead. Oh yes. Yeah. I mhm. Go ahead. Mhm. That's always encouraging to know because then you get the best of both worlds, eh? In a manner of speaking. Yes. Right. So how have you been? It's been a while since we last touched base. Abs- mhm. Yep. And we have a lot of information to share so that wherever in the world you are listening or watching, we want to share with you as much information as possible that is going to afford you the opportunity to get the details of what is going to happen and when it's going to happen, etc. We have some very committed partners as well. So the event is the 10th biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference. So as I understand it, biannual is is biannual is every 2 years, and biennial is every other year. Hmm, yeah. So this is the 10th biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference. First one was back in 2004, I believe, and I think it was at the Jamaica Conference Center in downtown Kingston, Jamaica. So if you don't have the energy to say 10th Biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference, then you can just say JDC 10 for short, as an acronym, JDC 10. And the theme for this 10th Biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference, otherwise known as JDC 10, is United for Jamaica's Transformation, Fostering Peace, Productivity, and Youth Empowerment. And the dates, for those of you who have yet to sign up, the dates Sunday, the 16th of June to Wednesday, the 19th, and Diaspora Day of Service is on Thursday, the 20th of June. It will all unfold at the Montego Bay Convention Center in Rose Hall, St. James, Jamaica. But for marketing purposes, I like to say we're in the friendly city. Of course, yes, go ahead. Sure, go ahead. Mhm. Every time, every time. Sure, Noma, we have time. Go ahead. Mhm. Every other year. Yes, yes. Right. And of course, the conveners of this biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference is the team at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade. And in terms of the fees, the early bird until Wednesday, the 5th of June, 160 US dollars full period. The US $75 for the daily rate. And then the full rate from Thursday, the 6th of June, 200 US dollars full period, US 100 daily rate. If for those who are adept, and we know we still have quite a few or quite a number of people who are who are au fait with the internet, and so they know to go online and find more information. For example, you can visit the conference site virtually, and that is Diaspora Conference JA.eventbrite. That's EVENTBRITE.com. Diaspora Conference JA.eventbrite.com. So then, what makes this year's 10th Biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference special? Shauna, you want to take that one? So you. Yes. And you mentioned the partners, the legacy partners, a short while ago. So we're talking the likes of the GK Group, that's Grace Kennedy, JN Group, Jamaica National, VM Group, um, and or the platinum sponsors, Blue Maho Capital, which is based in the diaspora, Digicel, Island Car Rental, Jamaica Tourist Board, National Bakery, So we have listed the legacy partners and the platinum sponsors, the gold sponsors, Pinnacle Developments, National Housing Trust, the bronze sponsors, Jamaica Money Market Brokers, JMMB, Jamaica Stock Exchange, Student Loan Bureau, the venue partner, Montego Bay Convention Center, the hotel partners, Ibero Star Hotel, Ocean 10 Hotels, Ocean Eden Bay, and Ocean Coral Springs, endorsed by the Jamaica Umbrella Group of Churches. So that's talk about having backative, Shauna. Mhm. Hold on, tell us some more in just a moment, please. 15 minutes past 6 o'clock in the morning here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means it is 4:15 a.m. in Los Angeles, California. That's where Shauna Chin is right now. More in a moment. It is a very special edition of the Jamaican Diaspora live online on Power 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm, and we're pretty much kicking off, getting ready, getting closer to the official start of the Global Jamaica Diaspora Conference, which is buzzing right now, and the interest continues to grow. We're very, very happy to have with us Shauna Chin, actress of international repute, who continues to fly the Jamaican flag high. And we're using the opportunity to prepare as many of us as possible in many places as possible to catch the fever, a good fever in this regard. Right, Shauna Chin? Mhm. For a moment there, I thought you were going to say when you were children. But anyway. Yes. Yes. And of course, it's one of the things about coming home or going home, depending on which direction you're coming or going from, is to know that you're going to be connecting or reconnecting with family members, friends, colleagues, neighbors, and it creates a wave of expectations, etc. Uh, have you well, I'm sure you have felt that kind of emotion before, haven't you? Agriculture, mining, fisheries. Yes. Yes. Mhm. Oh, yes. And that's one of the things I love about our people. Mind you, personally, people know that I tend to be more conservative. Uh, but a Jamaican is going, and yes, and I experienced that in abundance yesterday as I was hosting yesterday's edition of Both Sides of the Story. Our listeners were just calling in and just telling it like it is. Although I had to say to them every now and then, hey, watch it, careful, because yes, that's right. Hmm. 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 That's right. Hmm.
Jamaica, it's important for us to hit these markers for 2030. 2030 is how many years from now, Dervan?
Where are we again? This is 2024. Was 6 years?
We have a little bit left,
Mm-hmm.
right? We don't have long to hit these goals, and these are not just Jamaican driven goals globally. every country has a Vision 2030. So we have to be aware of where we stand in the picture of the bigger picture, right? And so if every country is trying to get to Vision 20, to their own Vision 2030, we don't want to get to a point where Jamaica is behind.
Yes.
So we need all hands on board, all hands on deck to come together to say, all right, listen, Planning Institute of Jamaica has issued what is the Vision 2030, right? These are these goals that we're trying to hit. All right, this is my expertise, and that is such and such expertise. How can we all put that together? We're in one room for 3 days discussing a portion of each of these targets, right? Citizen security, agriculture, development issues, environmental and climate change issues. So these are all the topics that are on the agenda to discuss at the conference. And if you are, we talk a lot about wanting to be at the table. The conference is the table, right?
Yeah.
We get to be able to come together.
As long as you're not on the menu, you're fine.
Yes, correct. But and even then, again, like I said, I'm going in knowing that, listen, Jamaican people don't mince words. They want to know, listen, this not right, how are you going to fix that? And it's important to have that accountability. So if your head does become on the chopping block, on the menu, I mean, this is just a power for the cause, and, we just have to understand we have moderators and panelists who are, ready and able to be able to have the conversation, to put forward, to say, okay, this is what's happening in my area, and then we have a huge Q&A portion to be able to say, all right, what are your questions and how can we answer that? How can we then move forward together?
Yeah, it's really...
Which if I just want to add just
sure,
a quick point before you move to the next question which is why it was so important for me to mention Dr. Brown, not just my pride for him now serving as the president of UTEC, but also to say he is now coming on board, having been serving from the diaspora side, now living in Jamaica and serving physically in Jamaica. He is a portion of our committee that is overlooking the entire program. So as a result, you can see the movement of people and their input and just how much work is being put into this. The legacy of what is being promoted. I mean, it's just such an incredible time. And my hope is that by the end of our interview today, people can then go back and look into themselves and say, okay, where do I stand in this entire picture? And how can I be a part of the solution?
Indeed. And you might just find that you get an opportunity to make connections with like-minded Jamaicans from right across the globe, which is key, because you don't get to do that on an everyday basis necessarily, where you're able to, if you're in Japan, New Zealand, wherever, to be able to have the kind of discussions and for the periods of time. Here is the opportunity right now to share some of those ideas, so more of us are on the right, not on the right, but on the same path or the same track. And again, you have on the same page. There you go. Because there are so many business opportunities in Jamaica. I mean, it's awesome.
Absolutely. And you bring up a very good point for me to interject to say, it's not just persons from the diaspora who is going to be able to benefit from the conference. People who are living in Jamaica, I'm going to recommend and encourage them to also register and attend the conference. Because what then happens is two things. If you're not a business owner, when you're present for 3 days and you're hearing the conversation and you're part of the conversation, you can then develop business ideas, and most importantly, persons who are in the field that you're interested in, you can also be able to connect and network with them, like you talked about networking opportunities. If you are a business owner. Who else more than the diaspora purchases services? I was at the real estate conference, REMAX Jamaica.
Yeah, that was huge.
It was humongous. It was a few weeks ago, like maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, Dervan. My timing is a little bit off because I've been doing a lot of traveling.
Approximately, yes.
A huge part of being on the Global Jamaica Diaspora Council is deepening the engagement, right? So a lot of what I do is engagement, but it's not necessarily just physically here in LA. So sometimes it brings me outside of Los Angeles, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was in Kingston a few weeks ago talking about real estate and how it affects the diaspora from the diaspora perspective, right? And the people who were at the conference, I met this gentleman. He had the business was something with pests and insecticides and termites and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it was interesting. I grabbed him. I grabbed him after I got off the stage, and I was like, "Oh my God, we need to talk." Because how many of us in the diaspora have homes that are, older? You have when it's not lived in, right? Or even if you're, away from abroad for such a long time, sometimes the houses they get infected by insecticides, termites. What we have in Jamaica, we have chichi, right?
Yeah, hold it right there. We can continue right after the break.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
6:30 in the morning here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means it's 4:30 a.m. in Los Angeles, California.
Tune into Power 106 FM for Power and Glory every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Power and Glory with the extraordinary Alpha Mackenzie. Join us for the inspired word and reflections, as well as soul-stirring gospel music every Sunday with Alpha Mackenzie from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Power and Glory on Power 106 FM, the Power 106 FM app, One Spot Media at go-jamaica.com.
Wherever you go, shine. In tribute to Jamaicans in the diaspora, wherever you go, you shine. You make us proud. Despite our challenges at home, you never give up on us. Our sincere thanks. Wherever you go, shine.
Thanks for staying with us here on this special edition of the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online on Power 106 FM as we continue the countdown to the 10th Biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference, JDC 10, under the theme United for Jamaica's Transformation, Fostering Peace, Productivity, and Youth Empowerment. The event gets going officially on Sunday, the 16th of June, and runs until Wednesday, the 19th. And then on the 20th, there's the Diaspora Day of Service on Thursday, the 20th of June. And the conference will continue at the Montego Bay Convention Center until, of course, they make the transition to the Diaspora Day of Service, where they go back to the members of the diaspora and those right here on the ground go back to their communities where they grew up in, and schools that they attended at all levels, etc. And they paint, they repair, they fix, and get involved. I don't want to say get their hands dirty, because nothing is wrong with getting your hands dirty as long as you're doing something constructive. And so we've been just sharing with you some useful information as well in relation to the conference. And the conference site, if you want to visit the conference site virtually, it's Diaspora, DIASPORA, conference, CONFERENCEJA.eventbrite, and that bright is spelled BRITE.com. So that's Diaspora Conference JA eventbrite, BRITE.com. And we are so delighted to have the vivacious, energetic, enthusiastic Shauna Chin, actress of international repute and a bundle of energy. Right.
Just like 4 a.m., right? But yes, thank you for that. But what I was saying prior to the break is
Yes.
not just diasporans who want to come to this conference. We want Jamaicans living on the island to come because if you don't have a business, you're in this and you're in the space for 3 days where you can get business ideas as well as you can network with persons who can mentor you, who can collaborate with you on business. And as far as if you already have an existing business, persons from the diaspora, we utilize services all the time. And I was using the example of the pesticide company because persons in the diaspora, you want to think we have homes that are unused for long periods of time that, you know, we need termites, we need pesticides, we need, you know, plumbing, we need security, right? And it's not just the typical King Alarm or Hawkeye or things like that who are the bigger companies who can benefit. Smaller companies can come and pitch their services, network with diasporans to say, okay, all right, I offer this service. And so we want to be able to think outside of the box.
Why is there a box in the first place? Let's get rid of the box.
Exactly. Get rid of the box. I want people to start thinking big, you know, being able to say, all right, just because it's a diaspora conference, don't think in limited terms of, okay, well, that doesn't appeal to me. It actually does. We're, for 3 days, think of it as Jamaicans coming together to figure out how can we get to Vision 2030 together.
Yes. And of course, when we, all things being well, when we get there, it's not about staying there. It's go higher, yet higher. That's what Excelsior means, yet higher. So you keep going up and up and up. And the other thing, of course, is being able to access services. You know how it is as Jamaicans, we're in the diaspora, we come home, oh, we need to settle the issue having to do with the land title. We need to do, we need to be involved in other situations where we need to update documents, etc. And to think that in one place you can get that suite of services as well is quite enticing, isn't it?
Listen, Dervan, this is my most exciting part. So you're gonna let them kill me because I keep talking about the good, right? But I promise you, this is my most exciting piece of the conference. All right. So we have what's called government at your service. I, as a Jamaican who lives overseas and constantly is in Jamaica, let me tell you something. If it's stand up in the lines, the heat, trust me, I can't take it. It stressed me out. And these lines are long. The heat, we're not accustomed to the heat when we come home, so we sweat more. It's a stress, believe me. As well as you get to the government location, sometimes a lot of us maybe we don't remember that you can't go to a government agency without wearing sleeves. So sometimes you have to turn back to go get a shirt. Trust me, when you're talking about from the diaspora perspective, doing business in Jamaica is very tedious. What's the exciting thing about this conference, Dervan, is for 3 days we have over, I believe they said it was 21 agencies. It's either 11 or 21. So don't quote me on that. But we have land agency, we have RGD or Registrar General Department, which has any birth record, marriage certificate, any death certificate, PICA or the Passport Immigration and Citizenship Agency that deals with immigration and passport concerns. They're going to be physically in the marketplace for 3 days with expedited services. I mean, I am here in the West and the Midwest. We talked about being in California. On the Global Jamaica Diaspora Council in the United States, we have 3 representatives. Michelle Colonial is in the U.S. Northeast, Peter Gracie is in the U.S. South, and I am the elected representative in the U.S. West and Midwest. And each region has very key specific needs. Here in my region in the U.S. West and Midwest, unfortunately, we have a lot of our Jamaicans who are undocumented. For whatever reason, the West, maybe part because it's close to the border, or we have a lot of sanctuary states on this side, as well as we have a lot of resorts that hire our persons for hospitality. Who's better than a Jamaican at hospitality, right?
Exactly.
We can be rude, but we can be the best at hospitality, right?
Mm-hmm.
But so as a result, many persons here in my region, one of the things that I've been focusing on for engagement in my region is getting persons to regularize their status. As far as for, persons have been here since they were children, so they no longer have the passport, or the passport is so outdated. So in order to renew their passport, one, you have to get the new birth certificate. Some people are lucky if they have the old time you have the long birth certificate. Go ahead.
I yes, I still have one of those. Yes.
So a lot of people, if they're lucky, they may have that. But most persons, all of those documents are long gone.
Mm-hmm.
And so to get those documents back seems like this mountain of a hill. However, here at the conference, for 3 days in the marketplace, Registrar General Department is going to be on site. So therefore, they can help you to search for your birth certificate. There is something called a record locator for you to be able to search to even get the number for your birth certificate to be able to apply for the actual birth certificate. All of that can take weeks. And plus, then mailing it back to the diaspora can be another additional week. Just renewing your passport, if you don't have the new, now PICA has this amazing program where you can apply for your passport online. But you have to have that new passport in order to be able to access those services. The persons who have the older passport still need to do the physical mailing process, which is somewhere up to 8 to 10 weeks. At the conference, for 3 days, you have government at your service who is able to say, you on day 1, submit the document, and by day 2, you're picking up your passport. How incredible is that? Same for TRN, same for any business that you're doing in Jamaica. All these agencies are present and on site at your service with expedited service for 3 days.
Impressive. Very impressive. And so...
enough work, Dervan. Yeah. Enough work to happen. Enough work to happen.
And then, of course, for those listening to us and are desirous of experiencing this 10th Biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference, what are the possibilities or the packages or the arrangements when it comes to accommodation and travel?
Okay, that's a great question. So we also, in addition to other, business and partners on board, Air Canada is on board as one of our partners. And I believe they're giving up to 18% discount on your travel. And once you, and thank you for continually repeating the website for the conference, that's for conference, ja.eventbrite.com. Once you go to that site and you register for the conference, once you put in that you're coming from Canada,
mm-hmm.
automatically you are sent the promo code for Air Canada. And it's an 18% discount on your travel. So we have that. There is also, like I think you mentioned earlier in the program, a Beer Star Resort, which is like 10 minutes from the convention center. Mm-hmm. Then you have Ocean Hotels, there's Coral Springs and Eden Bay. Those are within a 25 minutes from the convention center. So they are partners that they have special rates for the conference. Even on the actual conference rate, there was an early bird fee for like $160 per person for all 3 days, and then $75 individually for each day. But then those early bird rates were to end, and they were extended. I believe, like you said earlier, June 5th, I believe, was the extension that it was. But it should have ended weeks ago. But they kept extending it, and even there was a $99 for 24 hours. There was a significant discounted rate, and I'm sure if we have more persons messaging in and trying to, attend this conference and asking for discounts, I'm sure I can convince the chair to open up back that discount for the 24 hours and see if we can get more people. A lot of people missed that opportunity. I sent out the information, and then one person said, "Oh, I'm using the code and it doesn't work." And I said, "Look at the bottom. I specifically said 24 hours only. So you missed that window there." But we're trying to make it very easy for persons to attend. The goal is not to make money on the conference. The goal is to offset some of the costs that our legacy partners have incurred in trying to offer these amazing services. So the goal is to make a profit. The goal is to offer as many services as possible to as many people as possible.
All right, let's pause for a cause. We'll be back in just a moment.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
15 minutes to 7 o'clock in the morning here at Broadcast House 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means it is 4:45 a.m. in Los Angeles, California.
Power 106 FM, the digital sound, and now reaching you in more ways. Listen to us on 106.1 to 106.9 on the FM band. You can also listen to us on the Power 106 FM app, which you can download on the Google Play Store or the Apple Store. You can tune in on your mobile phones by dialing 631-359-8281 if you're in the U.S. And if you're in the UK, you can dial 0330-606-0953. Plus, listen to us on OneSpotMedia.com and the OneSpot Media app, or log on to go-jamaica.com. Power 106 FM, where all views can contend, giving you powerful talk radio in so many ways, on air and online.
Thanks a lot for staying with us on this very special edition of the Jamaican Diaspora live online here on Power 106 FM. And we've been playing our part in preparing Jamaicans and friends of Jamaica at home and abroad for the official 10th Biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference, JDC 10 for short. The theme is United for Jamaica's Transformation, Fostering Peace, Productivity, and Youth Empowerment. The event officially starts on Sunday, the 16th of June, and runs until Wednesday, the 19th of June, but they'll still have work to do, literally and figuratively, because then the following day is Diaspora Day of Service, Thursday, the 20th of June. And the venue for the conference itself is at the Montego Bay Convention Center, conference convened by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade and their partners. And so we have been learning and sharing in terms of the information that we have. And we are delighted that Shauna Chin, actress of international repute, and just a wonderful person, she has been with us all morning so far, and still having that bubbly energy. Shauna, are you still there?
I'm still here. I you said something just now about that I wanted to pivot to
Mhm.
with the Diaspora Day of Service.
Yes.
So a huge thing for the diaspora, regardless of region, is always how do we actually give back. And so there is a day after the 3-day conference on June 20th. There is the Diaspora Day of Service. On the Global Jamaica Diaspora Council, we have a discussionary member, Dr. Sylvanus Thompson. He is our lead on our Diaspora Day of Service for that committee, right?
Mhm.
And so one of the things that he disclosed that they're working on is, when people come and try to give back to Jamaica, there's always the issue of customs and the ease of doing business with customs. And so what he's been working on and he's been sharing with the group is that they are creating a unique form for that particular day. So persons who are wanting to come down with them bag and pan for that day, they are able to then have services that are available to them to ease the way of doing business with customs when they come in. But it's specifically for the Diaspora Day of Service. And so I don't have, this was just maybe 2 days ago that we had that conversation. I don't have all the key things wrapping up. But again, Diaspora Conference, ja.eventbrite.com is our official website. So persons who are interested in the Diaspora Day of Service and wanting to give back, you can find out information on how to then do a project of your own, submit a project of your own, or two, look at the existing projects that are available that people are already doing and volunteer for one of those projects, right? And for the customs piece, if you have things that you're able to that you want to bring down that are unique to that particular day, then there are efforts being made currently in order to smooth that way for you.
Yes, indeed. And of course,
again, we're trying to make it easy for people to come and engage.
And speaking of engagement, we haven't even scratched the surface yet in terms of the vast number of issues and concerns and questions and so on and so forth. And are you ready for that and more, Shauna?
Yes, I am ready. Again, like we just prepared and we've talked about it before. The Jamaicans, they want to get to the point of it. They want to hear, they want to go to the real issues. They want to be able to say, listen, you're not doing this right. But I know that even though sometimes it can be abrasive, I know that it's coming from a place of service, it's coming from a place of true love for Jamaica, that, they want to see us do well and Jamaica do well. So I know that, even when it's on the hot seat, I receive it with love and I receive it with constructive criticism.
And so it should be. So it should be. So now in the for those persons who want to hear more and learn more of what is being done, what has been done, what is to come, the impact on Jamaica, the impact on Jamaicans at home, impact on Jamaicans in the diaspora. For those who want to have that kind of engagement, how will that unfold?
Okay, that's a great question. So the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade has a specific department, or the Diaspora Affairs Department, or DAP, right? And that department, oh my God, let me just take a minute to big up everybody that did the diaspora affairs department, because you've been chatting with us for the last couple of years. And believe me, they work just like it's here at 4 a.m., sometimes it's 2 a.m., sometimes they work around the clock, I'm telling you. But so I really want to really thank that team particularly. But the point I was going to make is that the ministry uses quite a lot of mechanisms in which to engage the diaspora, right? So we have the embassies, the consulates, the honorary consulates. You have the diaspora conference is one big engagement tool, and then you also have the, since 2020, the Global Jamaica Diaspora Council that was then additionally formed. So you have all those mechanisms in place that the ministry is using in which to engage the diaspora, right?
And the idea, sorry, go ahead.
So you have all of those different options in which the question was if a person wanted to help and they wanted to get information on how they can be a part of it, right? So you have all of those options that are available to you. In whatever region you are in the diaspora, you can engage your embassy, you can engage your consulate or honorary consul, you can come to the diaspora conference, as well as the Global Jamaica Diaspora Council team. You can engage any one of those volunteers, right? On the ministry website, which is mfaft.gov.jm. So there they have, on the left-hand side, when you click on the drop-down box, it talks about who we are, what we do, how to engage. You have a list of all the Global Jamaica Diaspora Council representatives in your particular region. So if you wanted to engage with the volunteer instead of going directly to your embassy, etc., right? So you have all of those opportunities. Specifically, though, at the diaspora conference, there is on, I think it's day 2, no, it might be day 3, that we have, let me actually tell you right now. I'm actually on that panel, and I take it to know exactly when I'm speaking. It's because I'm doing so many things. There is a session that specifically is on the report for what we have done and how to then move forward. So I believe it is on conference day 3. Before the end of the next break, because I know we'll have to go to break soon, I will get the exact date and time of that particular session so that I can tell you when it's going to be that particular thing. But it is carved into the agenda. We're going to give the report of what has happened over the years, where we're intending on going, and most importantly, how can you be involved?
Okay. All right. We're looking forward to that. And of course, the engagement involves as well the first, second, third, and fourth generation young people of Jamaican heritage, which is key.
Yes. Again, when I talk about the diaspora, I'm just so excited. So I really want to apologize, and I want to say to the listeners and the diaspora at large, it is not because everything is going great. I absolutely understand that there's a lot of things to fix, but I get so excited when I talk about the diaspora because I truly love being engaged. I truly love seeing what the growth and where we're heading. I see the vision, and I truly believe in it. So, but why I got excited when you talked about the youth is because there's an innovation challenge. So under Global Jamaica Diaspora Council, there's also the Global Jamaica Diaspora Youth Council. Because the ministry has been really trying to engage the first, second, and third generation, the second, third, and fourth generation diasporans to be able to come and be involved in Jamaica. And so the Youth Council, that chair is Ms. Asha Richards. I mean, she has hit the ground running for the conference preparation, and they have some exciting things that they're, planning to get.
I'm happy. Sorry, I'm happy you're calling. Happy you're calling a couple of the names. It's a good thing to do, in terms of just and it's something that we usually do anyway.
And it's a whole team of people, and that's what I try to get people to understand, and I make it the human connection with it to say, listen, it's not just this big moving machine that is, you can't figure out. These are actual human people who are doing a lot of work. When we say enough work are going on, Dervan, a lot of work is going into not just the planning of the conference, not just the conference itself, but just overall throughout the entire year. You know, people are actively putting in the work, and it's just really incredible. But specifically for the youth piece, the innovation challenge is going to be. I don't believe that they have put out a lot of information about that. I don't want to give away all our secrets. But
That would be a real spoiler if you were to do
I
that.
don't want to spoil it, but pretty much what is happening is there are different innovation challenges that different groups are able to vie for prizes. And oh my God, we have a huge, social media portion that we intend to roll out for that particular piece, and I'm just super excited about it, Dervan. Truly, honestly.
We can tell. All right, we're up on that break now. And we're going to take the break and come back with more on this special edition of the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online on Power 106 FM as we get closer and closer to the 10th Biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
7 o'clock in the morning here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means it's 5 a.m. in Los Angeles, California.
This message is brought to you by the Jamaica Environment Trust.
We need clean air to breathe, good healthy food to live, grown clean and naturally. We have to take responsibility. Excessive deforestation, burning garbage, dust and noise creation is an unlawful violation. We have to practice conservation. We have a right to a healthy environment. And the law so don't break our minute. If you have an issue, make a complaint. Let's work together to protect Jamaica. We have a right and the law so don't break our minute. We have to do it. Keep the place clean and take care of island safe. We all have a right to a healthy and clean environment. Report any issues to the authorities if you feel your rights have been breached. Call the Jamaica Environment Trust for more information.
Wherever you go, contribute to Jamaicans in the diaspora. Wherever you go, you shine. You make us proud. Despite our challenges at home, you never give up on us. Our sincere thanks. Wherever you go,
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online on Power 106 FM. It's a special edition, and we've been talking about a lot of issues, a lot of matters, a lot of happenings and expectations, and it's no different with the Diaspora Day. Act. Want to give you an idea of what that is like. We are going to be featuring one of the projects, and that's going to be at the Salt Spring Primary and Infant School. Ms. Norma Brightson is the principal of Salt Spring Primary and Infant School, and we've invited her to join us here on this special edition of the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online to prepare the people of Salt Spring and surrounding communities of what is to come in terms of the Diaspora Day of Service, when members of the diaspora and those right here in Jamaica take the time to help to repair, to replace, to rehabilitate, to fix, to restore different institutions, places, both indoor and outdoor, etc. And we're anxious to find out from the principal of Salt Spring Primary and Infant School, Ms. Norma Brightson, of how things have been going so far and what are her expectations for the Diaspora Day of Service. Which day is that again? Is it Thursday, the 20th, I think? Shauna?
20. Yes, it's June 20.
Yes. Thank you very much. So just let's hear from Miss Norma Brightson. Miss Brightson, thank you so much.
Good morning, Miss Bryson.
All right. Hold a moment there. Just getting a cue from our program assistant on duty. This is the Jamaican Diaspora live online on Power 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm. Thank you very much for joining us. And thanks for the many messages coming in even now. Shines for Life Law says, good morning, Uncle D. Good morning, Shines for Life Law. Opal Shaw says, a pleasant good morning, Sir D. Hope all is well. And with you and my island, she says, heard lots of rain. Opal from Atlanta. Thank you for checking in, Opal from Atlanta, Georgia. 6 without heels. That's the name of this this listener who has written to us. Good afternoon. Well, it's not afternoon yet, but maybe it's because I'm hosting now. Why you mix up afternoon and morning? But maybe it's afternoon where you are. Right. I think I got that wrong. Right. So it's afternoon where you are. So good afternoon to you too. Since it's afternoon in the UK, you're in London, England. Glad to hear your voice. Whilst in London, England, says 6 without heels. Shout out to all my family in Jamaica and worldwide. Love, Gaia. Okay, this is our long-time listener, Gaia, I believe. Norman Hines says, good morning, Sir Dervan Malcolm and listeners all over and in the Jamaican diaspora. Dervan, today is my daughter Abio's birthday, and I just want to wish her a happy birthday and pray God bless her with good health and strength to see many more happy years to come. Albert in Coconut Creek, Florida is also online. Good morning, Mas Albert. John Perry, thank you for tuning in as well, John Perry. Hope the audio is a little better now. And Marie, thank you very much as well for joining us. Good to have you on board. And welcome once again to this special edition of the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online. Quickly, John Perry, thank you. Angelia Christian says, good morning. Good morning, Dervan. But remember, I'm not the only one here, by the way. Shauna Chin is in studio with me. Please send some love for Shauna Chin, who has been working round the clock, nonstop, to help our listeners, viewers, members of the diaspora, home and abroad, to be ready for the 10th Biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference. Angelia Christian says, good morning, Dervan. Power 106 staff, board at Salt Spring Primary School, Flower Hill, Montego Bay, Angel Foundation, UKJA. Nicola is in Central Jamaica. She's greeting us warmly as well. And Althea Bernard, good morning to you as well. I hope you got that dose of love we sent for you, Shauna.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I do know that a hello to you does not mean not a hello to me.
There you go.
I just want to be able to say good morning and,
Yes.
just be up and do it. So there's nothing wrong with that. But I did find the answer to just until we're waiting for Miss Bryson to come in.
She's ready. She's standing by to go.
Okay.
Mhm.
Just a quick second. It's it is day 3 of the conference that persons can get the update on the diaspora. So it's day 3, 10:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. That's plenary session 9. It's strengthening and sustaining that for engagement, that you'll be able to hear the update.
Okay, good. Thank you very much, Shauna. And now to Ms. Norma Bridson, who has been waiting patiently, Principal of Salt Spring Primary and Infant Schools, one of the institutions to benefit from the Diaspora Day activities on Thursday, the 20th of June. Welcome, Ms. Bridson. Thank you once again for joining us here on the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online. How are you?
I am fine, thank you, Dervan. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Miss Christiane. Good morning, South community. Good morning, my teachers, my parents, and my students. I'm so happy to be talking to you this morning.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you on board. Thank you so much for waking up for us.
No problem, my pleasure.
Yes, indeed. So, can you give our listeners an idea, just some basic information for those unfamiliar with Salt Spring Primary and Infant School? What can you tell us about your school?
All right. First thing to note is that Salt Spring Primary and Infant School is the best school in Jamaica. It is nestled on Megitop in Salt Spring, St. James, Montego Bay for those who are abroad. We have the best teachers qualified, warm students, warm parents. This school has a population of about 168 students, and we are different in our
Approach?
approach, the way how we teach our children, the way our children respond to us. We are by far the exceptional in those quality trained teachers, the programs that we offer. And this morning I speak when I represent the board and my staff that we are happy for the Angel Foundation. We are happy to be a part of the Diaspora UK. So our school operates from about, we have our early program starting at 8 o'clock, our breakfast program, our early work program. Then we end the school at 2 o'clock each day. You know, so at this school, we tend to adopt learning hands-on. So here we have our trend and STEM and STEAM that we adopt from the Ministry of Education. You know, so Angel Foundation in collaboration with the UK that event for the 20th of June will add to our teaching approach at the school. So on that day, we will be having environmental club where we'll be planting seeds with the diaspora. Let us say we'll be teaching them how to plant seeds, right? We will have storytelling in costumes. So they read for us, we will read, the children will read for them in costumes. They will serve the best Jamaican meals available, Salt Spring way. Right? So the school hospitality will be showcased on that day also.
Absolutely. In fact, would love to bring in Angelia Christian to share the work that she is planning on doing on Diaspora Day of Service, Thursday, the 20th of June. So, Angelia Christian, stand by. We're coming to you in a moment for your perspective on the day's work, the Diaspora Day of Service on the 20th. And I see Dr. Trevor Dixon popping up online. He is the founder of Jaja Foundation, Jamaicans Abroad, helping Jamaicans at home. He's an emergency medicine physician at Jacobi Medical Center in the Bronx in New York. He says, I wish I had gone to Salt Spring Primary. Sounds like these kids are getting an awesome experience. Thank you, Angel Foundation, for supporting this noble institution. Getting lots of big ups there, Ms. Brightson.
Thank you.
Mhm. Right. So you were going through the list of activities and happenings. Did you exhaust all of it? Is that it?
I think we have just to express again that we are thankful and we're waiting for the day to showcase our talent on this at this level.
Mhm. Right. So preparations are on in earnest.
Yes, and I would like also to emphasize on the day our cultural department will be showing out, so to speak. We have a very strong cultural department committee at that school, and our children normally do well in JCDC competition.
Okay. Very good. We look forward to hearing a bit of that. And let's take the break and come back after the break. We want to hear from Angelia Christian. She is playing her part with her foundation, the Angel Foundation UKJA, in giving a facelift, so to speak, to Salt Spring Primary and Infant School.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
7:15 in the morning here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means it's 5:15 a.m. in Los Angeles, California. That's where Shauna Chin, our co-host, is spending most of this morning. We can't thank her enough. More in a moment.
Jamaica invites its global family to a momentous homecoming June 16 to 19 for the 10th Biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference in beautiful Montego Bay. Join us for a cultural immersion, network, and do business as you explore innovative solutions for nation building. Plan to attend. Your inside voice and presence matter. Register at diasporaconferenceja.eventbrite.com. The 10th Biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference, united for Jamaica's transformation, fostering peace, productivity, and youth empowerment. Convened by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade.
coming soon. A new voice to the Morning Agenda team. Morning Agenda, continuing the tradition of hosting riveting discussion on issues locally and internationally. Morning Agenda, speaking with the stakeholders, movers and shakers of our day. Morning Agenda, providing the platform for a healthy public debate. And coming soon, a new voice to serve listeners in Jamaica and around the world. Stay tuned to the Morning Agenda on Power 106 FM, where we set the agenda.
Wherever you go, in tribute to Jamaicans in the diaspora, wherever you go, you shine. You make us proud. Despite our challenges at home, you never give up on us. Our sincere thanks. Wherever you go.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on this special edition of the Jamaican Diaspora live online on Power 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm, and my very special co-host Shauna Chin has been quite a marathon for us here on this special of the Jamaican Diaspora live online on Power 106 FM. We're going to the break. We asked Angelia Christian to get ready to tell our listeners and viewers at home and abroad the plans that she has for the students of this noble institution, and that is, of course, Salt Spring Primary and Infant School. Greetings, Angel. How are you?
Good morning, Dervan. How are you? I'm fine. I'm good. So last 2 days I've been a bit under the weather, but I'm looking forward to coming to Jamaica in a few days. Look forward to that. I actually packed last night. I had Natanya here last night, packing the bags and everything with the children's character clothes and
and paintings and toys and everything. So he actually packed the bag last night, Natanya. He was here with his son. So he was here with his son, and I had my young grandsons over. So last night I said, oh my gosh, I think I'm blessed to have all these little young boys visiting me on a Friday evening, you know, and eating together. So I think I'm blessed. But I'm doing great. Yes.
Wonderful.
I'm doing great. Yes.
Right. So all is ready for Diaspora Day of Service?
Sure. A few weeks ago when the diaspora started, I had contacted Dr. Kevin Brown, the president of UTEC, and I said to him, look, my heart is at South Spring Primary School. After hearing of the death of, I think Justin Perry 7 years and Nicola 9 years, my heart, I'd spoken to you also about it last year, my heart went to South Spring, and I didn't have no idea how I was going to be in that place. And then I contacted Dr. Cassian Chusey at the time. She's a permanent secretary, and I said, can I get the details of the school for South Springs Primary School? And she sent it over to me straight away. I must say the permanent secretary have a passion, because within less than 24 hours, I had all the details from South Spring Primary School. And then again, the young man that creates my flyers, Adrian Hill, I had a conversation with him in Christmas time that I'm going to South Spring. And he said, Angel, I'm from South Spring. I've got a restaurant. I said, I didn't know that. And then he started to tell me, then that's how I started to learn more about the history of South Spring. And it really moved my heart. So when the diaspora service came up, I was anxious to see if I could get the community service, you know, the diaspora to visit, you know, to bring back love in the community after experiencing such a terrible incident outside the school, you know, where 2 young kids lost their life. They wasn't my children, but I cried right here in my bedroom. I said, Jesus, Lord, what is happening? You know, and to think that, you know me, I remember Caroline Mufford from Grace Kennedy. You remember at the Unity Infant School, she called me, she said, Angel is a mover and a shaker. So, yeah. And now I am actually going to South Spring. I'm going to be sitting in South Spring Primary School. It's awesome. I've got 15 types of character. I've got Robin Hood, Red Riding Hood, Fireman, Ninja Man, Batman, the Clown, Rapunzel. You remember Rapunzel?
Rapunzel.
Rapunzel.
Let down your hair.
Yes, I've got the Catwoman. I've got the Nightwood. I've got Bumblebee, and I've got Bob the Builder. I know the children might not know so much about Bob the Builder, because Bob the Builder is mostly a UK character. But yeah, and then I've got the paintings and everything like that. And then there's a group from Natanya that just called me up so that they're bringing painting, you know, and crayons and things like that. So I'm really, really excited about it. And you know me, Principal Brighton, she's like Mount Pleasant Primary School principal. She's actually the IT suite, the computer room, is nearly completion. So I'm going to be having the handing over ceremony at the Greater Portmore High School in September when I'm down with the team. And then afterward, now I can do the handing over ceremony with South Spring Primary School. But I'm really, really happy to know, you know, that's why I said my purpose is work. You know, God, everything is God. Everything that is going on with me and supporting my country is God working through me. And I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really, really looking forward to meet Principal Bryson and her staff and the students. I'll be spending the day with them, I think Friday or Thursday. And yeah, I'm so excited. And that the community service, you know, we'll be going up there. They'll be bringing kindness.
There's
and
another.
On the 20th.
Yes. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, on the 20th, I won't be there. I have to come back to the UK. But Natanya Pease, who is the JBK rep UK, and he also have the Jamaica Inspired. He will be leading the groups in the buses that will be going up to South Spring Primary School on the 20th. So I won't be there on the 20th, but I'll be there before with the kids. I want them to dress up in the character suits and take pictures with me and things like that. I'm looking forward to spending a day with them in the school. So yeah. And there's quite a few groups from the Jamaica Inspired that is want to attend the South Spring Primary School. So it's looking really, really great. And I'm sure Natanya will do a great job for me when I'm not there from Jamaica Inspired. Yes. Yeah.
And I was introduced to a gentleman as well from the community.
Oh, yes. Clifton, yeah. Mr. Clifton, I also met Mr. Clifton through Adrian Hill. He's trying to create a football field. So he's trying to look for sponsors and donors. So if anyone in the diaspora at the moment, you know of all the tragic circumstances that is happening in Flower Hill, because I understand that most of them are cousins, families, you know, and all hurting each other, killing each other, and having a lot of problems. So Clifton and his organization, they're trying to create a football field. I tried to get the diaspora community service to go there first, but they said it's going to be too much hard work for doing fencing. So I said, okay, then let's go in the school then in South Spring Primary School. So yeah, if anyone is listening in the diaspora, please, he needs a lot of material. He needs, I will be shipping down footballs when I'm shipping and nets and things like that. But anyone in the diaspora, if you can support South Spring Flower Hill with Mr. Clifton, we'll be really grateful. I'm sure he's coming on and you will hear his contact details, or you can contact me for any information.
Thank you. Thank you very much for staying with us. Sorry for that brief interruption there. And we're going to continue to feature Salt Spring Primary and Infant School. We want to bring in another member of the team in Salt Spring, Mr. Clifton, as you heard Angel speaking about him, Mr. Clifton, who has been involved and will be involved as well with the Diaspora Day of Service at Salt Spring Primary and Infant School. So we want to hear from Mr. Clifton, as Angel affectionately refers to him, for him to tell us of his enterprise in the community, which is beneficial in its own way. And we still have a bit to go in terms of the other scheduled interviews and discussions. In the meantime, let's check in on Shauna. Shauna, are you there? All right, she's maybe taking a break, or just a moment. All right, so who do we have now? That's okay. All right, so let's keep it going. So let's get a word in from Mr. Clifton Ellis. Good morning to you, sir. How are you?
I'm fine.
Good. Thank you very much for joining us here on this special edition of the Jamaican Diaspora Live online on Power 106 FM. We still have Shauna Chin online, and we're happy for that.
Okay,
And
good morning, Miss Shauna.
Good morning.
okay, wonderful. So you're hearing each other. Right. So Mr. Clifton, as Angel affectionately refers to you, can you give us a bit of your background and how you have been impacting the community?
Okay, no problem. So, in the community, you know, I'm what you call the community barber, the community football coach as well. And if there is a need to fill any mural or welcome signs, I'm the person that they usually reach out to. So I'm very active within the community, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. And what do you think about the plans for your primary school there, the Salt Spring Primary and Infant School?
Oh, I love it. I love it, to be honest, because you didn't do rural areas. It's very hard to get certain gadget list, even opportunities within the area. So that I think can lead Salisbury youth to a different path, seeing that they have the access to the internet, they have access to a better environment overall where they can come and study. So it's a good look. It's a good thing.
Okay, very good. So I take it you'll be playing your part over at Salt Spring Primary and Infant School on Diaspora Day on the 20th of June.
You bet. You bet. I'll be there.
Okay, wonderful. Is it the school that you attended?
No. Actually, I attended the Chetwood Memorial Primary School.
Okay.
Then transitioned to the Anchovy. But seeing that I was raised in Salisbury, so I have more attachment here as opposed to helping out schools like the environment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, very good. All right. Well, hope you'll be able to take some pictures and share them so that we can see all that would have happened at the school. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Are you coming to?
That's a good question. That's a good question. Still working out some logistics. We'll see. We'll see. But I'm sure it will all go well.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for the link up and wishing you all the very best.
You too.
All right. Take care. You too. Bye-bye. That's Mr. Clifton Ellis of Sageville Productions in the business of photography and videography. And he's the community barber. All right. Thank you very much for joining us and sharing in the experience. And let's bring Shauna back into the mix. Are you still with us, Shauna?
He said that he went to Anthony, he transitioned to Anthony. My aunt,
Yes. Uh-huh.
Mrs. Cockrell, was the assistant vice. She was the vice principal at Anthony High.
Okay, small world.
From small world, very small world. And when he talked about Chetwood, I went to Mount Alvernia High, which Chetwood is like right next door. So it's not, I love when I hear people talk about things in Montego, what's happening in Montego Bay, because that's where I grew up. I'm like, okay, I know that. And it's just, again, coming back from persons in the diaspora, when you come home and you get to hear names that you're familiar with, it just brings this certain sense of nostalgia, this certain sense of pride that it just makes me so happy. And to hear them so excited about giving back and hearing them excited as much as I'm excited, then I'm like, okay, then that just me.
Well, let's put you on the spot then. Let's learn some more of your story, because in terms of learning your story will help us to learn the broader story of the community.
Well, what should I say?
Did you grow up in the community?
Yes, I grew up. I didn't leave Jamaica until I was 16 years old.
Okay.
So I went to Bass Road Primary, infant school, of course. Then I went to Bass Road Primary School. Then I went to the great Mount Alvernia High School. And then after I graduated high school, then I migrated.
Okay. And what was that initial reaction of yours to when you realized, okay, things are going to change, something different will be happening?
It's interesting you ask that, because the one thing I remember clearly is my sister and I, Roxanne, who is just my everything in this world. Roxanne and I, she's 4 years older, and I remember us on the plane heading to the US, and we were just in tears. It was just such it was such a hard moment for us. I don't know if I don't remember being excited. I just remember crying. I remember leaving my friends. I was leaving everything. It was a very traumatic time for me. But looking back, it was such an amazing opportunity that my parents made the sacrifice to leave their home. My mom was a teacher. My dad was a police officer. So, they made the decision. It's a hard decision that diasporans have to make. And, I believe every diasporan who is, all over the globe has gone through that, where there's you feel ripped from the country. And there's just ongoing yearning that you want to come home, whether it's for vacation or for giving back.
And how was it for you settling in? And where did you go? What was it?
I went to Michigan, so I've always maintained on the West Midwest.
Michigan. Why not Florida? Why not New York? Why not Atlanta?
That question a lot, I get that question a lot. One of the things with diaspora, when we migrate, we want to go somewhere where you know someone who's already established. That way they can then help guide and pave the way for you when you're trying to figure out getting a driver's license. You're trying to figure out just moving about town. You want to go where someone knows you, that you're able to.
You want to go where everybody knows your name.
Exactly. That's funny. That's one of the TV shows that I quote their music all the time.
Yes.
But yes, it's true. It's just like Cheers. You want to go where everybody knows your name.
Yeah.
And so that's why Michigan.
And my mind just went to the point of how refreshing it is to arrive in an area, a community, a place, and to be welcomed, to be able to connect with people almost instantly, if not instantly. That kind of approach, I think, does make a difference in terms of, doesn't it?
Absolutely. When I volunteered at the Los Angeles Honor Consul's office, a lot of persons who would come into that office, just by hearing somebody who's able to talk patois, I mean, obviously English is our first language in Jamaica, everybody talks English, but there's just something key about able to speak in your native language. Sometimes, even me, I don't speak, when I speak, people laugh all the time because I speak in clear English, and then all of a sudden in between, sometimes you hear the patois just coming. And it's just it's something when you are comfortable, you think in patois. I don't know if that even makes sense, but it's true. So sometimes persons would come in and they're like, "Oh my God, finally somebody who talks patois." Yeah, man, we need to do this. Like just completing the form sometimes is just extremely overwhelming for persons. And when you just hear somebody who says, "No, I'm not the figure, sign right the stuff," and you're like, "Okay, now I understand." It makes a difference. So, and that's what the conference is all about. Just tying in that nostalgic feeling, tapping into persons who yearn to give back and saying, "Okay, here's how you can do so," in a streamlined format. Because Jamaica has rules, and a lot of persons, I remember it was huge in the newspaper when people were trying to donate items to Jamaica, but the customs was a huge issue. And they're like, "Okay, but I sent this, and then, we're not able to use it in Jamaica," but because there are processes that have to be followed, and the diaspora conference then is able to tell us, "Okay, we want you to give back, but here is how you can do so in a streamlined fashion."
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so that is likely to be one of the areas of interest.
Mm-hmm. And I should say, while you're thinking on the next point, is we talk a lot about going, attending the diaspora conference, but I want to also emphasize that planning for the diaspora conference is also important.
Yes.
So if you know you're attending the conference, make sure to gather all your documents, what you need, knowing what to bring is going to be important. At the conference site, the diaspora conference ga.eventbrite.com, there is a section where it says you can download requirements for doing business is what it's called. And you download that form and, that PDF so that way you're able to know when you're coming to do business, whether it's the PRN you want to get, whether you want to get your birth certificate or your passport, whatever it is, you can know what documents you need to bring with you to Jamaica.
Okay. Now, do you have any idea of what the take-up has been so far in terms of the interest on the ground at home here in Jamaica or in the diaspora?
Oh, yes, absolutely. We have the marketplace is completely sold out. Even
What?
on one...
Remind us how of the modus operandi of the marketplace.
Okay, so in the marketplace is where you have businesses targeting the need for doing business with Jamaica. So JAMPRO, PITA, Passport Immigration and Citizenship Agency, Registrar General Department, Land Agency, Tax Administration, NHT. There are a total of 11 key agencies that are going to be present in the marketplace. And then you have also other businesses who they want to then showcase what they're offering, and they then purchase booths and etc. so they can, have access. Persons when they come for the 3 days have access to do business with Jamaica, right? And so in this marketplace, those sponsors or those businesses were able to purchase. Real estate is a bad word right there because I don't mean in terms of homes, but real estate in terms of booths and stuff, that you're able to have access, people have access to you during the conference. And so that was sold out very quickly. We had to then be creative in how to then offer more space. Even just 2 days ago, someone wanted to place an ad, sent me a message, and I sent it over to our project manager, Miss Lisa Ann Ogilvie, which, oh my God, Lisa, you're the real MVP. But, in trying to just find space for persons to then offer their business at this marketplace, it's been quite a challenge. So, at our last meeting for the conference, it was present, and so there were creative ideas that were put forth. I don't want to say too much because I don't know if we're going to be able to utilize those ideas. But we are being more creative in how we can then, for the persons who are trying to know at the last minute, offer their services. We're trying to find creative ways how they can then be involved because we're completely social. There is, we talked about the Youth Innovation Challenge earlier. It's a lot of their involvement that might tie in to how they can be involved. And like I said, we had the discussion with the minister. I don't want to speak ahead of myself because it was just a conversation and ideas in how we can get persons involved. Because a lot of persons were disappointed that we were sold out, and we're like, no, okay, how can we then find space? Because again, we want to make sure that it's accessible to everyone, and offer as many services as possible. So, a lot of work.
Clearly.
A lot of work is, being offered. But as far as for registrants who are attending, we of course have a goal, and that's always, sometimes we may feel like we're behind the goal, but then sometimes you have a large amount of persons who then register at a particular time. You have an influx coming in, and then you realize we're closer to the goal than we realize. And so, it's just always a moving target. We want to make sure that everybody who is able to attend. Instead of, I don't want to focus on the actual number of persons who were intending or attending, and more so that the persons who are actually attending, what the quality of what we're offering is. That's the primary focus is making sure that we're focusing on the quality of what we're offering at this conference versus the actual number of persons.
Yes. And in terms of how you just wanted to give our listeners a bit of insight in terms of how you represent and I'm not stigmatizing, but how do you represent the the ideal Jamaican, that individual who does 2 and 3 and 4 jobs, etc. And some people refer to us as a jack of all trades, and so on. Because, and I'm not throwing stones where you are right now, but just in terms of how you have been able to perform in different capacities. That's what I'm getting at. Different talents, and responding expertly. I mean, yes, go ahead.
I know you have a break coming up.
Oh yes, thank you. Let's
you go there first before I answer that.
Okay. Hold a moment, please.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
7:45 in the morning here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means it is 14 minutes to 6 o'clock in the morning in Los Angeles, California.
Jamaica invites its global family to a momentous homecoming June 16 to 19 for the 10th Biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference in beautiful Montego Bay. Join us for a cultural immersion, network, and do business as you explore innovative solutions for nation building. Plan to attend. Your insight, voice, and presence matter. Register at Diaspora Conference, ja.eventbrite.com. The 10th Biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference, united for Jamaica's transformation, fostering peace, productivity, and youth empowerment. Convened by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade.
Join us every Sunday for Indian Talent on Parade with Dr. Winston Toland from 5 to 6 p.m. Listen and learn all you need to know about the Indian community, culture, and music. That's Indian Talent on Parade with Dr. Winston Toland, 5 to 6 p.m. every Sunday, right here on Power 106 FM and the Power 106 FM app.
Wherever you go,
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online on Power 106 FM. It's a special edition, and we're also delighted to have Shauna Chin with us. And this is where she's going to remind us now of her multi-discipline nature. As I remember it, she's an actress. She's a nurse as well. She served in the military, I believe, as well. Are you there, Shauna?
Yes. No, no, I was just waiting for you to finish. Yes, so many different things. It is the Jamaican way. I was talking with another member within the U.S. West and Midwest region. Right now everything is all hands on deck in trying to get persons registered and trying to get persons to come. Another huge thing that I've been working on all week is trying to get persons within from my region to be able to send video clips about whether, if they are attending, what is important to them, etc. Right? So I've been, working on that. One of the young ladies, Karen Ellington, she sent her video over, and when I was watching it, and she was saying exactly that, she was like, I forgot what exactly she said, but it was to the point of, Jamaicans having 21 jobs, right? And she was like, I do so many different things, and she wanted to see a little bit of, doing business in all of those areas that she was interested in. And so my story isn't necessarily unique. Yes, I do a lot, but it's not unique to Jamaicans in the diaspora. Mm-hmm. We are multi-talented. So yes, I joined the military when I was 17. I served 8 years in the U.S. Army. They trained me as a nurse, and so I practiced as a registered nurse for quite some years until I transitioned into entertainment. And then I worked as an actor for multiple years until COVID recently, that I ended up having to, Hollywood shut down, everything shut down. So I had to, luckily I had something that I was able to fall back on that was able to, be substantial. And so I went back into nursing. In going back into nursing, I then realized if this ever happens again, I wanted to be able to put myself in an optimal position to be able to operate at my best. And so I went back to school on May 12th, just a few weeks ago. I completed my studies with my doctorate in nursing, and I specialized in psychiatric mental health. That is what is happening on the street. But my story, like I said, is not unique. There are, on the Global Jamaican Diaspora Council, and I keep referring back to my team again because I'm just so proud and so excited about all the things that they're doing. We have a total of 30 members, yeah? And each person is either assigned to a particular region or sector. So you have persons on health. We have Dr. Gary Wood. Even though I am a nurse, on the council, I don't really do anything about health. I make sure that is Dr. Wood's, sector, and he's the lead. He's my lead on that. So anything health related, I can offer suggestions and I can offer input as I'm the vice chair for the council as well. So as a result, using all the talent that I have in each of my careers of my life, I'm able to bring that unique experience to each sector member when they talk. So when Dr. Simmons in Canada, Hugh Simmons, who is our art, sports and culture representative, when he's speaking or if there's anything on his field, as an actor, I'm able to support his point. When Dr. Gary on health is speaking as a nurse, and now with my doctorate in nursing, I'm able to offer input and help and, do things like that. But primarily we have, team members on this team that just makes the dream work. I said, yesterday I was just talking, I was like, teamwork makes the dream work.
That's right.
We have so many key individuals on this council who are so smart. We have one, she's Elizabeth Mullings-Smith. She's our development issues, our sector member on development issues. And I laugh all the time. I say, I'm so smitten with Elizabeth. Because she's so smart. She's an engineer and she's a girl, which is so funny to me because you think about engineers and you think it's a male-dominated area, but you have this lady when she talks, it's a whippersnapper, and she's just so smart. I'm not the smartest person in that room. And I find myself doing so many things. I say, I'm no idiot myself, you know what I'm saying? I can hold my own. But imagine doing so much and being in my own brain thinking, I know quite a bit, and I'm still not the smartest person in the room. It's just an incredible feeling in being with these people who are like-minded. We have Dr. Stephanie Larkey. When I was wrapping up my doctorate, and she was talking about, I was having a conversation about how to then now publish my research. And Dr. Larky has like over 25 different published articles. I mean, they're just incredible. And I tell people all the time when I get so excited and talk about my team, it's really not because of anyone pushing any particular agenda. It truly is just that we have some amazing people who are serving for Jamaica in order to move and push Jamaica forward. And it's just such an incredible time. And I'm just so happy to be in the midst of it while it's all happening. But everybody does have a chance to be involved. Ministry has multiple mechanisms to engage the diaspora. The embassies, the consulates, the honorary consuls, the diaspora conference, which is coming up, is a huge mechanism that they use to engage us. And so it's coming up June 16th and 19th, and on the 20th is the day of service. I'm encouraging all persons in the diaspora, as well as physically on the ground in Jamaica, to attend and learn how we can collaborate and come together. This is the time when we are at the table collaborating to move forward together. And it's just such an incredible time.
Indeed, it is. Thank you very much, Shauna. And we want to, what was it? Oh, for those who perhaps have been to previous conferences and they say, well, I'm not so sure how it went, and so on, but it's all right, we're good, that kind of thing. And then you might have another one who says, boy, may I tell you that me like the way them deal with things in this, in this diaspora movement. And I really want to be a part of it. In fact, I got a slip of paper. A lady wanted to know, what is diaspora about? I thought I had it in here. I have it somewhere here. But the point is, go ahead.
That's such a common concern in the diaspora. Those two primary concerns you said, those are two common concerns. The first being, listen, I've been to previous conferences and it's just a bag of talking and nothing happens. And, then you have the other persons who are like, okay, no man, this sounds righted. I want to be involved. How do I do it? And so for the first question, for persons who say, it's just all lip talk and lip service, one of the things is, with the ministry such a huge, in just any government, not just Jamaica, this is not unique to Jamaica, but anything with, when you're talking about government and things like that, it doesn't move as fast as when you're in the private sector. So as diasporans, we're used to having, especially from the USA, everything is very quick. Everything is just, quick and rapid. And so we want to see change immediately. And so when it doesn't happen, then we get discouraged and frustrated, and then such a foolishness, and then we try to go around the thing and kind of, try to find other avenues. But, the patience is the key. Like we talked earlier, and I said, it's a marathon, not a sprint.
That's right.
And so having served it since I was 19 years old, I served in, some diaspora organizations, but also the National Association of Jamaican Supportive Organizations, or NAJASO. I served there. I served in so many different capacities within the diaspora, enough from 19 until now to be able to see things that they were talking about then are being implemented now. So I agree that the timing of it sometimes is slow, but I can say the timing of it is also sure. It's slow, but it's sure.
And it does help, and perhaps you could package some experiences, because it does help when real people can demonstrate the positive impact that a particular association with the diaspora caused. But that's another area perhaps that needs a little more attention. Just being able to demonstrate what can happen when Jamaicans at home join hands with Jamaicans abroad.
Day three of um, 10:15 a.m. session to 12 p.m. That session, plenary 9, is going to do exactly that. It's going to talk about what from over the years has been done and where we're going. So that's going to be a key session for persons who are saying, listen, this is a lot of talking. I don't know. I'm discouraged. That is going to be a key session for tuning in and for attending.
Okay, that's definitely one to look out for. And I would imagine there are a lot of policies as well, and the extent to which one or more can be brought to bear on a particular situation, which then results in a change being made. That can also.
Absolutely.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, so absolutely, I was agreeing with your point. One key specific instance is our sector member on education, Dr. Sandra Colley Durand. She, again, I don't want to give away too much,
Hold on, don't move. Let's take the time signal and come back.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
8 o'clock in the morning here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means it's 6 a.m. in Los Angeles, California.
Power 106 FM, the digital sound, and now reaching you in more ways. Listen to us on 106.1 to 106.9 on the FM band. You can also listen to us on the Power 106 FM app, which you can download on the Google Play Store or the Apple Store. You can tune in on your mobile phones by dialing 631-359-8281 if you're in the US. And if you're in the UK, you can dial 0330-606-0953. Plus, listen to us on onespotmedia.com and the One Spot Media app, or log on to go-jamaica.com. Power 106 FM, where all views can contend, giving you powerful talk radio in so many ways, on air and online.
coming soon. A new voice to the Morning Agenda team. Morning Agenda, continuing the tradition of hosting riveting discussion on issues locally and internationally. Morning Agenda, speaking with the stakeholders, movers and shakers of our day. Morning Agenda, providing the platform for healthy public debate. And coming soon, a new voice to serve listeners in Jamaica and around the world. Stay tuned to the Morning Agenda on Power 106 FM, where we set the agenda.
Wherever you go, in tribute to Jamaicans in the diaspora, wherever you go, you shine. You make us proud. Despite our challenges at home, you never give up on us. Our sincere thanks. Wherever you go, shine.
Shauna Chin is a true trooper. She has been with us all from, I can say, from night to morning. For real. And we thank her very much for helping us to add value to this special edition of the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online here on Power 106 FM. And want to give you that opportunity to pick up where you left off, Shauna, and then we'll continue with the rest of the program.
Yes, thank you. I was giving a specific example of how, we are able to, like the conversation that you were having was, having an idea, recommending it to the government, and being able to see movement despite, the red tape and that kind of, the movement of it can sometimes be slow, but it's slow but sure. is what the conversation was. And I was giving a specific example of our, on the Global Jamaica Diaspora Council, which is one of multiple mechanisms that the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade uses to engage and to deepen the engagement with the diaspora, or education sector member. Her name is Dr. Sandra Colley-Durand. And at the conference, you're going to be able to learn about the incredible things that she's been able to do within her sector of education. I know that a lot of diasporans, we are nurses, we are educators, and so the education portion of it, I know that when you hear what she has to present, you're going to be very, very excited, or the diaspora is going to be very excited. I hesitate because, of course, I also don't want to give away too much. But she had gone with a magazine over in education. So what happens is this. Last term, we had what's called working groups. And these working groups, we were split into different areas that were of importance to us. So there was the Peace Working Group, Planet Working Group, Partnership, and People. And in those groups, we aligned those, they were aligned directly with Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations, as well as the pillars of Jamaica Vision 2030, right? And so we had those different sectors or different working groups, and each member was then on this group and we were working on a particular project. This term, however, in the 2020 to 2025 term of the Global Jamaica Diaspora Council, what the Department of Diaspora Affairs has done is they have now changed the mandate in how we're engaging. How we're meant to engage this term is by aligning each focal point member, each sector member, with a focal point person within the ministry that aligns with their department. So, for example, Dr. Durand, Colley-Durand, she was then able to then align with the education focal point in the Ministry of Education. Dr. Rule was then assigned to assist with the Ministry of Health, etc. Right? So, security, we had Captain Kevin Duna. He was then aligned with a focal point within the Ministry of National Security. And let me tell you, both Captain Juna and Dr. Colley-Durand have incredible things to promote at the conference regarding what they're doing in their sector. So specifically for physical security, Captain Juna has to say, listen, look at what I've done. This is now her legacy that she'll be able to then, move forward and take that into the world wherever she goes after her term ends on the Global Jamaica Diaspora Council. And that's just two key examples of how, yes, sometimes there's a lot of talking, but when you actually get to see the results of it, it's such an exciting time.
Indeed it is. Indeed it is. Hold it right there, and let's see if we can get in a few more voices on this special edition of the Jamaican Diaspora live online here on Power 106 FM. Ms. Norma Brightson, the principal of Salt Spring Primary and Infant School, has been waiting patiently. We're a little behind time in that regard, but we are appreciative of your patience and understanding, Ms. Brightson. Thank you so much for staying on the line for us.
Problem, Mr. Malcolm.
We don't want to wrap without covering all that we need to cover and sharing all that we need to share. Is there any other aspect or area of interest to do with Salt Spring Primary and Infant School that you would like to share with our listeners at home and abroad?
Definitely. Let me re-emphasize that we are thankful for this opportunity, and listening to the other speakers just now, I must say that as team leader, I am blessed because we were chosen. And at Southern Family, we are, that is our cool one. That, let's say, our mantra that we live by. You know, the diaspora visiting on that day, the thought of the Angel Foundation is really bringing out qualities at that school that we use every day. Talent, like our guidance department, that is actually printing T-shirts. The guidance group is actually the one doing those T-shirts for that day. We have a male member of staff who he's so talented. He's designing the banners for that day. Our teachers are dancers. They are musicians. A simple classroom teacher. So this diaspora is allowing us to go into the reservoir for talent. And we are so thankful. So on that day, we will be catering. We will be welcoming the diaspora at the same time, showcasing our talent. So for me, it is a mix between it's dual. It is showing off. That's what we do at Southwood Library. So it is the school of choice. It needs to be the school of choice. And we make with what we have. We are contented with what we have. And we welcome all the help that we can get. As team leader, I'm emphasizing again that this school that's on top of Megicop is the best school, best teachers. Our delivery is on power. We facilitate our children's holistic development. And we are flexible. We attract help. We attract everything that is good for that community and that school. So I just want to say as team leader again, I'm thankful for this opportunity. I'm thankful to 416, and I must tell you, Miss Angel is an angel at our school.
Very well put. Thank you so much for the work that you continue to do in service of Jamaica and Jamaicans, especially the children. Well done.
Thank you, Malcolm.
Oh, you're welcome, and all the very best.
Thank you, sir. Bless you.
Bless you. Take care. Bye-bye. Thank you very much, Ms. Norma Brightson, Principal of Salt Spring Primary and Infant School, one of the institutions to benefit from the Diaspora Day of Service on Thursday, the 20th of June. Looking forward to that. And we are going to connect with another of our diaspora connected organizations, founder of Jaja Foundation, Jamaicans Abroad, helping Jamaicans at home. And as we said, well, his day job is that of emergency medicine physician at Jacobi Medical Center in the Bronx in New York. And he is going to be talking with us about the annual fundraiser summer cruise. The Jaja Foundation annual fundraiser summer cruise is coming up. Hello to Patrick Williams as well, the president of the Jamaican Association of California. They're also connected and listening. Good to hear from you, Patrick Williams. I think he's now on Jamaican soil. Welcome home. And he'll no doubt want to get in a word as well. But we're going to get to Dr. Trevor Dixon. And he is going to give us an update on how those plans have been coming along as far as the upcoming fundraising cruise. And let's go straight to it. Dr. Trevor Dixon, good morning to you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Dervan. Good morning, and thank you for having me here on the Jamaican Diaspora live on Power 106. It's really an honor that I can come on your program and share the word across, not just Jamaica, but across the world about what great things Jamaicans abroad are doing to help uplift their country, Jamaica, that we love so much.
Yes. And how are the preparations and plans coming along? If you could tell us right after the break, please. One moment.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
8:15 in the morning here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means it's 6:15 a.m. in Los Angeles, California.
Here is a financial literacy tip from your friends at Power 106 FM. Protect your wealth. If you rent, get renter's insurance to protect the contents of your home from loss due to theft or fire. Read the policy carefully to see what's covered and what isn't. Disability insurance protects your ability to earn an income by providing unbiased advice. Jesus, oh Jesus, oh how I love to call your name.
Tune in to Power 106 FM for the longest running religious calling program on Jamaican radio, The Prayer Line. Join Pastor Errol Hay and his team as they offer spiritual guidance and intercession grounded in biblical doctrine. Hear powerful testimonies from Jamaica and around the world. The Prayer Line, a source of support and inspiration in these trying times. That's The Prayer Line on Power 106 FM, Sundays at 6:30 p.m. Join us.
You shall live, declare the words of the Lord. Amen. You shall be a living testimony. You're on the Lord's side.
Wherever you go, in tribute to Jamaicans in the diaspora, wherever you go, you shine. You make us proud. Despite our challenges at home, you never give up on us. Our sincere thanks. Wherever you go, shine.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on your program, the Jamaican Diaspora, live online on Power 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm. We also still have with us co-hosting Shauna Chin, who is I usually have to tick off a list when I'm referencing Shauna Chin. But anyway, you've heard by now her many talents, and we thank her for her role so far today and even before today and coming up. And so we're going to go back to Dr. Trevor Dixon, who is going to give us that update on the annual fundraiser summer cruise put on by Jaja Foundation, Jamaicans at home and Jamaicans abroad.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, Dr. Dixon.
Good morning, Dervan. How are you again? I want to thank you again and your listeners for giving us the privilege of sharing the work that we have been doing in Jamaica for probably over 15 years now. Time flies when you're having fun, they say.
Indeed.
So to speak more about the cruise, we would have to speak more about what Jaja Foundation has been doing in Jamaica.
Sure.
When we look back over the years, we have done so much, we try not to look back and only to see how far we've come, but we try to look forward and try to make a better Jamaica. So we've done a lot of projects on the island, and that's all been made possible through fundraising. Without the fundraising dollars, as my friend Erwin Clear would have quoted Edward Tiago when he says, "It takes cash to care." So we know these works cannot be done without the fact of injecting money into these projects to make them a success, to make it a continuous success. So we give thanks to all our sponsors throughout the years who have helped to make our fundraising that much more by sponsoring. Usually they give a lump sum of cash. They infuse that into the organization when we have a fundraiser. And this fundraiser is no different. We have the dumpling shop over here in Bronx. The original dumpling shop on Beaches Avenue in the Bronx has been a big supporter of the Jaja Foundation on the summer cruise. I want to give a big shout out to them and the whole team there at the original dumpling shop for stepping up and supporting us. That we're talking about Susie and Colin up there at the dumpling shop. Thank them again for allowing us to reach our goal as we try to make a better Jamaica. And as you know, we have several projects on the island. It's not just about fundraising, but people want to know what happened after you do the fundraising. Where is our dollars going? Where is our money going? And we're able to show this. If you come in the summer cruise, we're going to have so many more visions so you can see visual art of the work that we've been doing in Jamaica. Opposed to us spending hours talking on the mic. It's not going to be that kind of a cruise. It's going to be a cruise that people just come to really enjoy themselves, relax in a very progressive Jamaican environment. We have lots of music on the upper deck for those of the youthful mind who want to just enjoy Jamaica. You can see the Statue of Liberty as you sail along the Hudson River. But more important is the cause. And throughout the ship, or we call it a boat, but throughout the ship, you'll see examples of the work of the Jaja Foundation. We invested a lot of visual arts because we know people don't want to hear talking sometimes when they come to these events. They just want to have a good time. But there's folks who want to see what we've been doing. Where is our fundraising dollars going? And we can show many of the projects that we have going on in the island. We can show images from the handheld project that we have going with the public hospitals in Jamaica. We have images of the handheld ultrasound project. We have images of the GEMS program, which is our EMS program. As you know, we were happy. We were fortunate to bring our first ambulance on the island. It was finally cleared through hurdles with the Ministry of Finance and the Ministry of all these different ministries. We were able to clear those hurdles. And we have the island now on the island. It's ready to go in service alongside with Jamaica's Fire Brigade, providing services for these communities that sometimes don't have an ambulance. And I don't have to tell you about the numerous road accidents you see in Jamaica, where if an ambulance was there, it would somehow create a quicker response time to get these patients to the hospital. Sometimes patients can be put in the back of a car or a vehicle, but many times they really need an ambulance to transport them safely and stabilize them before they get to the public hospital. So we have a first ambulance, and we'll continue to fundraise to get more ambulances on the island to service the people of Jamaica. We also have another project here. We know Patrick Williams is listening from Jamaica Awareness Association of California. He's one of the benefactors. We work together with his organization out of California and in the West there. and how to improve dental care who be with us in the Negril using the facility that we've created to service the people of Western Jamaica through dental care and other services. So we're happy to have the diaspora coming together, working to make a better Jamaica where we don't have to so much cause any additional stress on the government to provide healthcare services to these people of these communities. So we're happy. There's so much more. If you come in a boat on a ship on June 15th, that's next Saturday, sailing out of Pier 81 out of New York City. Of course, you know, New York City is one of the greatest cities in the world, so we're taking opportunities to sail along the Hudson River. I will tell you that the ticket sales are going very well. Last year, this time, we had over 300 tickets sold. So far, we have over 500 tickets sold, which means the cruise will be almost sold out before the mid next week. So if anyone's interested in coming and seeing the wonderful work of the Judges Foundation, you want to support a great organization, and we have this new motto, you know, we do the real work, not just chatting. So we're able to show the work that we're doing. If you want to support a great organization, please come out to the Judges Foundation Summer Cruise, June 15th, next Saturday, sailing on the Pier 81. Usually it's Pier 40, but we're no longer Pier 40, we're Pier 81. And if people will remember when they first came to New York City, they used to take the Circle Line. And we're very near, right next to where the Circle Line is, both at 42nd Street and 12th Avenue, Pier 81. We'll be sailing out of there at 5:30. Make it a date. And as Jamaicans say, don't be late. And we will be giving you an experience of what the Judges Foundation not just do on the island, but also here. We keep a very nice event. It's very classy. There's no rambunctious folks on our boat. They're just progressive Jamaicans who are looking to uplift the country.
Very well put. So in the meantime, we can still check your website to see if there's a cutoff point or when you actually get to that point, assuming that the numbers are such. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct, Dervan. The numbers are such that the first thing we usually shut off is Eventbrite. So if you go on Eventbrite throughout this weekend, you might be able to purchase tickets on Eventbrite. But we have local ticket distributors. We have ticket distributors at Moody's Record Store in White Plains Road in the Bronx. We have Island Spice in Teaneck, New Jersey, 1287 Teaneck Road. And we also have distributors at the Dumpling Shop, 3435 Baychester Avenue, the original dumpling shop, and they can get tickets there. But after that, we shut off the Eventbrite, so only people who can have physical tickets will be able to connect with people who have tickets, extra tickets, because we're almost sold out. So we try not to oversell the boat, and we want to make sure everybody have a nice, comfortable environment. We have 2 floors of music. DJ Ricky Genius will be playing the classical, Barrett Hammond, and Mike Spice, traditional Jamaican music. And on the top deck, we know we have a new era of volunteers and also supporters who are of the younger generation, and they want to hear from TJ to different hip-hop music. They want to hear something more current. So we have that on the top deck. And that crowd has been increasing over the years, too. So you can bring the whole family out. You can bring your teenage kids, and you can bring yourself there, and they all can have a great time. And it's serving Jamaica and being in the Jamaican environment. And as you know, we've lost a lot of radio stations here in the New York City area. So the culture is not as well held together because of the communication of all these different events. So your medium, Dervan, proves to be a very significant medium. Making culture is still much very alive, and if we don't preserve it, we won't have any culture. So this is very important. And the diaspora, in particular, we prove to be a channel into Jamaica and telling people how great Jamaica is. It's the diaspora who helps to increase tourism on the island. Any good things about our country, Jamaica.
Well said, and indeed well done in terms of the body of work that Jaja Foundation has managed to put together. And so the record is there. And
yes, Dervan, we say real work, not chatting.
We hear you loud and clear.
I want to shout out. I want to shout out all my supporters throughout the years.
Yes.
Uja, the team as Uja. Donovan, Wilson, the president now, but of course, Leslie Samuels and Colin Log and the whole crew. I want to thank them. I want to thank the team Jamaica People crew, Erwin Fair, and the whole Jamaica Nurses Association, Brother Powell, all those wonderful nurses over there, Jean Powell and Joan Rosegreen, the nurses that are in our foundation. All these folks are the ones who encourage us, who work together, our volunteers. I always speak about our volunteers. Without our volunteers, I go to Jamaica every year and give up their time, give up their vacation time, and go and service these different communities, whether we're in beyond St. Thomas or whether we're in on the garden or whether we're in Greenwich Farm and on the Sunshine Road, whether we are wherever we are. It's our volunteers that make us shine. And so we want to take this opportunity to big up all those folks, all our sponsors throughout the years. I want to big up our current sponsor, the Original Dumpling Shop in Baychester Avenue up here in the Bronx. I want to thank them for coming on board and seeing the vision of the Jada Foundation. And of course, you, Joe Dervan, and the whole team of Power 106 that has never left us from day one. We want to thank you all for your support.
Thank you too. As we always say, you're the ones doing the heavy lifting. We're just humbled and honored to be able to share your work with Jamaica, the diaspora, and the rest of the world.
And of course, you have to big up Christian in Manchester and those folks over there in Manchester, Mandeville. And Christian, of course, I want to thank them for raising a child that can go back and give back to their country. So thank everybody who was important, who has been involved in my upbringing. Big up Christian.
We hear you loud and clear. We have to go to a break. And guess who has just touched down on Jamaican soil? I think I gave it away already. Patrick Williams, the president of the Jamaica Awareness Association of California. Welcome home. More in a moment.
Help us protect Jamaica's borders. Tell us about any illegal guns coming through customs-controlled areas. Call Crime Stop at 311. The time by the Jamaica Customs Agency is
8:30 in the morning here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means it's 29 minutes going up to 9 o'clock in the morning.
Coming soon, a new voice to the Morning Agenda team. Morning Agenda, continuing the tradition of hosting riveting discussion on issues locally and internationally. Morning Agenda, speaking with the stakeholders, movers and shakers of our day. Morning Agenda, providing the platform for healthy public debate. And coming soon, a new voice to serve listeners in Jamaica and around the world. Stay tuned to the Morning Agenda on Power 106 FM, where we set the agenda.
Wherever you go, shine. In tribute to Jamaicans in the diaspora, wherever you go, you shine. You make us proud. Despite our challenges at home, you never give up on us. Our sincere thanks. Wherever you go, shine.
Thanks a lot for staying with us on the Jamaican Diaspora live online on Power 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm, and my ride or die co-host on this extended edition of the Jamaican Diaspora live online is Shauna Chin, actress, I dare say, broadcaster, and of course, a woman of a lady of many parts, in a manner of speaking. Thank you very much for being a part of this experience. So, we said that the gentleman just touched down in the airport. Is that the song? And he is going to give us the chapter and verse, so to speak, of the work that the Jamaica Awareness Association of California will be executing over the next few weeks. And so listen up, listeners. But first, let's say hello, good morning, and welcome to the president of the Jamaica Awareness Association of California, JAAC, Mr. Patrick Williams. Welcome home.
Good morning, sir. Welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm happy to know that Donna is your co-host today. Miss Chin, I'm going with big things.
So it is.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Actually, it's a few of us that already touched down for this 1 week of mission work. We have our treasurer. Actually, we're on to home
Oh, wow. The line is a little fuzzy, getting a little fuzzy. The line is getting a little fuzzy. I'm not sure where you are located, but usually outdoors is good for signal and near to a door or window.
I think I have all this I'm outdoors.
Okay, there you go. Hearing you now.
Any better?
Yes, much better.
All right. So I was saying that our executive VP is also here, Ms. Jackie Small, and traveling with me right now. We have our lead dentist, Dr. Joyce Barber, out of Nashville, Tennessee. And so we're just doing some prep work, awaiting our volunteers' arrivals today. We're looking at approximately 80 volunteers that will be servicing probably about 7 parishes over the week, starting out in Portland, touching Trelawney, St. James, Hanover, Westmoreland, and St. Elizabeth, and Mandeville. Doing surgeries, medical clinics, dental clinics, and we're partnered with a professional eye care that will be doing some optical in some areas. One of the unique things going on this morning, Dervan, and by the way, I must say again, Dervan, good to hear your voice, and thank you so much, man, for continuing.
Pleasure.
One unique thing going for JAC this year is doing a partnership with the Ministry of Health. You know, we always work closely with both agencies, the Ministry of Health and the Ministry of Education, with the National
Trust,
Healthcare Enhancement and Foundation, and then we have the National Education Trust. So work very closely with them. But in particular to the Ministry of Health Department, there's a division in there run by it's a position, and it's for the Health Education and Promotion Officer. And so they work closely with outreach such as ours. And so this year they'll be partnering with us at a few of our mission sites in the 5 parishes, well, 4 out of the 5 parishes that will be doing clinics. And so they'll be partnering with us to execute some syphilis and HIV testing, cholesterol testing. Some clinics might even be doing pap smears. So those are some things that's a big addition to our outreach this year. So for the health side and the surgical side, unique too, we're doing surgeries in Western Jamaica, but we're going to be based at the Falmouth Hospital. Our surgical team will be based there under the leadership of Dr. Raymond Weatherburn, arriving today also, and working directly with Dr. Spugdul Esmo at Falmouth Hospital, supervision of Mrs. Weatherburn, who's the CEO there. We're also been doing some surgeries in Mandeville.
Losing you on the line now. Hello? Uh-oh. Signal has dropped. Sorry about that. Let's try and reconnect if possible. On this special edition of the Jamaican Diaspora live online on Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com, live on your smart devices all over the world as we continue our build up to the 10th biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference, JDC 10 for short. And a reminder of a quick summary of some of the other features of this Global Jamaica Diaspora Conference. There's a Diaspora Church service, which is scheduled for Sunday, the 16th of June, from 10 in the morning until 11:30 a.m. So that's 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. We'll come back to that in a moment as we resume the connection with Patrick Williams, the president of the Jamaica Awareness Association of California. Thanks for holding the line. Go ahead, please.
Sure. Thank you so much. Sorry about that. All right, so that's on the surgery side. We'll be doing surgery at the Falmouth Hospital and also in Mandeville, the Mandeville Regional Hospital. And all those services will be done free of cost for the patient. For the medical team and the dental team, we're in 5 parishes, St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, Hanover, and St. James and Trelawney. So for St. Elizabeth, we're in 2 regions. So each day we're going into different parishes with 2 full sets of team, dental and medical. So we'll have, in St. Elizabeth, we'll have a team at Santa Cruz, the Santa Cruz Health Center. Well, it's actually St. Croix Catholic Church, but they have a health center there. And the second team will be at the Holy Spirit Health Center in Magati. Hear these names, Magati. So Magati will be hosting a clinic at the Holy Spirit Health Center in St. Elizabeth and also in Santa Cruz at the St. Croix Catholic Church. In Westmoreland, will be at the Professional Healthcare Building in Frome, and also the Negril Community Health Center. And thanks to Dr. Dixon, who would love to go to his boat ride, we're also going to have access to the dental lab that they so well put together in Negril. So we're going to be doing dental work there in his dental lab, and then we're going to be utilizing the dental community health center for the clinic. For Hanover, we're going to be in Lucy at the Lucy Parish Church, the Anglican Parish Church, for that outreach, and then we're going to the Jamaica Green Botanica in the Montpelier area, Shettleswood. I think it kind of covers Shettleswood, Montpelier, and there's another name, but someone is in that region. So that's for Hanover. In St. James, we're at Adelphi Health Center, and it might be the heart program building that they will be using for the Adelphi Clinic. They'll also be at the Good Shepherd Hope Clinic in Montego Bay. And that is, if you're from Montego Bay, it's behind Mount Alberta High School and across from Cornell College High School. That's where that clinic will be. And also will be in the Catadupa region at the Catadupa Health Center. And Trelawney, we're going to Spicy Hill Community Center. So those are the communities that will be serving for both medical and dental. This year we have stepped up our dental. We'll be adding cleaning to the services. We'll be doing some extraction, some examinations, and cleaning. So that's pretty much on the health side. On the education, I know it's a robust mission going on. They're doing approximately 17 schools in 6 parishes. Mostly, as you know, they're adopted school. in Portland, and so we have to go there. There's another school I'll be visiting in Portland, the St. Margaret's Primary School. Then we make our way down to Trelawney for the Duncan's Primary School. And in St. James, we're doing Chetwood Primary, Mount Salem Primary, and Catadupa Primary. Then we move on to Hanover, where we're doing Mount Hannah, Mount Ward, and Panside Primary. Westmoreland, Mount Airy, Mount Grace, and I forgot the other name, but there's another school there in Westmoreland. And then St. Elizabeth, we're doing White Hill, and Santa Cruz Primary, and there's a third one also that we'll be doing in St. Elizabeth. So we have quite a bit going on, and we're looking forward to the donations that we're going to be doing for these schools, the backpacks and the school supplies, in addition to tablets and laptops, desktops, PA system, projectors, projector screen, all of those stuff that can enhance education for youngsters and those in the school sector. On the health side, we have all our medications that we will be given to the patients so they can go home and check their blood pressure. We'll also be giving out some blood pressure machines because we realize that hypertension is an issue here in Jamaica, and the persons can't check their blood pressure at home. You know, it could be a serious thing. So we're going to be donating some blood pressures to those patients that have really severe blood pressure issue, and so they can monitor it at home. So a lot going on, but we're excited to be here and thankful to Jamaica Customs and the Ministry of Health ensuring that we got our permits to clear our items out of customs, and that was a smooth transition. You know, hiccups here and there, but nonetheless, I want to say a big thanks to the team at the National Healthcare Enhancement under the direction of Mrs. Phyllis Hall and Janice Walker. I tell you, those some champions they have there. Help us out greatly ensuring that all of our doctors are registered and they have their license so they can practice here in Jamaica. And
I'll just hold it there. Hold it there for the time being. We need a bit of a music break. Just a moment, please. Theme music.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
14 minutes to 9 o'clock in the morning here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica.
Are you looking for a powerful platform to promote your business in North America or the UK? Look no further than The Gleaner. Reach the diaspora and ignite brand awareness through our geo-targeted publications. Call 876-922-3400 or your Gleaner representative to explore the available options and book your ads. Or email us at advertising@gleanerjm.com. Actualize your brand's potential today with The Gleaner, where life unfolds.
coming soon. A new voice to the Morning Agenda team. Morning Agenda, continuing the tradition of hosting riveting discussion on issues locally and internationally. Morning Agenda, speaking with the stakeholders, movers and shakers of our day. Morning Agenda, providing the platform for healthy public debate. And coming soon, a new voice to serve listeners in Jamaica and around the world. Stay tuned to the Morning Agenda on Power 106 FM, where we set the agenda. Join us weekdays from 6 to 8 p.m. for Power Play, Power 106 FM's flagship program dedicated to the world of sports.
Good evening and welcome to another edition of Power Play. My name is Cliff Williams.
Power Play with Cliff Williams, focusing on everything sports in Jamaica and around the world. Make sure to tune in to Power Play, providing invigorating sports analysis and discussion, weekdays from 6 to 8 p.m. on Power 106 FM and the Power 106 FM app.
Wherever you go, in tribute to Jamaicans.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on this special edition of the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online on Power 106 FM. I'm Dervan Malcolm. And my colleague, the indefatigable Shauna Chin, is still online and still on board. Very much a key stakeholder in this continuing build up to the 10th Biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference, JDC 10 for short. And we thank her very much, Shauna Chin.
Thank you for having me. I'm having an amazing time. I'm very passionate, as you can tell. I'm very passionate about the diaspora, and to hear other persons coming on and hearing just the amazing work that they're doing, you know, Dr. Dixon and, you know, Patrick Williams talking about all this, you know, work that is happening. You know, again, I think Dr. Dixon said it best. Action, not a bag of mouth. You know, just so much work happening from the diaspora going into Jamaica, culminating at the diaspora conference. It's such an exciting time in the diaspora. So much work is being put into, volunteer work is being put into just giving back to Jamaica. And I want to make sure that, you know, I big up you, Dervan, for highlighting all these amazing things that are happening in the diaspora.
I'm humbled to hear that. Thank you. Thank you very much. But you're doing some serious work yourself. And we really appreciate you and the service that you're giving right now as we speak. And I think we had started listing some of the featured events, some of the main conference features. But I think Patrick Williams was in the middle of just going through his list. Are you through with the list, or you still have more in terms of outreach activities? Did we lose him?
Yes,
Oh, there you go.
No, man, I'm still here.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just saying that there's so much that JC is executing this year. One of the unique things too, we have 4 dental teams we're going to be utilizing this week, and we have 2 of the teams are going to school for the entire week doing dental services for the students at a few schools in the various parishes, and so that's a unique thing. You know, when we can plan all the missions we want, but without these dedicated volunteers, many who are not even Jamaican, you know, that want to come to Jamaica and service our people, we can't thank them enough for that commitment towards the work and cause of JAC and to the people of Jamaica. While we give back in this fashion, and for the scholarship that we have, the scholarship program. We'll be awarding, I believe we have 3 scholarships that we'll be awarding. Hopefully we'll increase by the week finishes. And these are 5-year scholarships valued at the $3,500 US for, let's say, whatever student that's financially qualified with academics too, because we have to make sure that they have the financial need but the academics must be there. So we'll be doing interviews for the scholarship throughout the week. There's one that is actually designed for Grangel Primary, who's celebrating their 100-year anniversary this year. And so we have a specific scholarship for that school. But each school will be doing interviews so we can, select those students for those scholarships. So it's a lot in store, lot to execute, and I just want to say that we hope the persons will come out and give us their support. Well, not so much their support, but at the clinic sites, that those who need these services will come out to those clinic sites. Monday, we're going to be at Spicy Hill and at Delphi clinic. Tuesday, we'll be in Westmoreland at the Foam Clinic and also Negro Square by the Negro Health Center. Wednesday will be in Hanover at the Lucy Parish Church, the Anglican Parish Church. And then also at the Jamaica Green Botanica, and that's Wednesday. On Thursday, we are in St. James at the Hope Clinic in Montego Bay, and also in Catadoop at the Health Center. On the Friday, we're going all the way to St. Elizabeth, to Santa Cruz and Magati. So those are where we'll have the medical and dental, and in partnership with some of the optical groups that will be joining us along the route this year. In support again with the persons from the Ministry of Health that will be at the St. Elizabeth area, Hanover, and Westmoreland. I just want to thank the MOH, the medical health officer, who are supporting us also to ensure that some of these services will be executed on those days. So a lot. But we're thankful for the opportunity to give back and to serve our beloved country.
Well done. And thank you very much for sharing.
Another thing I also want to make mention, Dervan, if you give me 1 minute, it's gone, but again.
Okay, hearing you now.
Can you hear me?
Hearing you now. Yes.
I said on Sunday we're going to be joining the service at the Blessed Sacrament Cathedral in Montego Bay, the 9 a.m. service. So those who like to come out to meet the volunteers, good opportunity for you to do so. That Sunday. But what I was saying, that the unique thing that is happening this entire week that we're approaching from the 10th to the 14th, that there's 3 California groups on the island giving back to Jamaica. And that's really unique for us. I mean, you have JAC, you have Ahoja, and you have Caribbean Health Outreach that is currently on the island and will be servicing over probably 9 parishes in health and education this week. So I think the people of Jamaica will be pleased with what they'll receive for the coming week.
Yeah. Did you say Ahoja?
Ahoja, under leadership, this is John Crawford.
No, I'm just trying to refresh my memory of the organization.
Ahoja is let me get the correct name. Ermin, do I have to know? Ermin, what's the name for Ahoja again? Alliance of Jamaican and American Association.
Okay.
President is Mrs. Joan Crawford. I think we've talked about them before, Dervan. You don't recall?
Yes. That's it hit a nerve or struck a note. That's why I repeated it.
Struck a note.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Ahoja, and then you have Caribbean Health Outreach. That's also here doing their services also in health and education.
Okay.
So we've been touching some lives this entire week.
That's impressive. Ultra
I want to
impressive.
thank my education chair, Ms. Nicole Nugent, who's doing a fantastic job coordinating and collaborating and organizing the education segment for this mission. Awesome work that she it's her first year as our education chair, and I'm really impressed with the work that she's doing so far, and I'm sure this year just executing it will be a good experience for all.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Patrick Williams, and your team and the other organizations. So you said we have 3, is it? Alliance of Jamaica.
3.
Alliance of Jamaican American.
Alliance of Jamaican American Humanitarian Association.
Humanitarian, okay.
And then we have the Caribbean Health Outreach.
Caribbean Health Outreach. Mm-hmm.
And then Jamaica Awareness Association of California.
My goodness. Of course. JAAC. Got it.
I just want to also again thank you for always keeping the diaspora in the loop and just keeping them abreast of what is happening. Commendable. Thank you.
Always happy to oblige. Thank you. Thank you very much. And just announcer's privilege, if you'll allow me, I've been asked to remind those attending the Classics in June at the UWI Chapel on Sunday the 16th at 5 in the afternoon that the proceeds are in aid of Reddy's Children Home and Shortwood United Church Early Childhood Development Center. And it's under the distinguished patronage of His Excellency Olivier Guillaume-Var, Ambassador of France, and Madame Bouli Tiong, Sir Optimist International Jamaica Kingston, presenting Classics in June at the UWI Chapel, Father's Day, Sunday, June 16, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Tickets available at Music Mart, Monarch Pharmacy, and at the door. Donation $3,500. Children 12 and under, $2,000 at the door only. And there's a live stream as well. For the live stream, go to classicsinjune.com. classicsinjune.com. And who or what will you hear? Music featuring Yuko Aoki on the piano, Larice Barnaby on the flute, Sebastian Ebanks violin, Yannick Leiber Ebanks piano, Namali Lumsden Campbell voice, Doran McCarthy trumpet, the Newbies Guitar Ensemble, Sean Richards guitar, Rafael Salazar clarinet, Rosette Salazar voice, Gabriel Walters violin, and Stephen Woodham also on the violin. And we're out of time. Can we thank you once again for the privilege of serving you on yet another edition of your program, the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online here on Power 106 FM. Big thank you to Celise Pinnock for doing production duties and Chandel Forbes technical duties. And thanks to you, our faithful listeners and viewers at home and abroad, for making it the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online. As we say, thank you very much, Shauna Chin. We can't thank you enough for being just awesome. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. We're out of time. Thanks, everybody. Take care. Enjoy the weekend, and may it be a safe and blessed one. Take care.
Thank you for joining the Jamaican Diaspora Live Online with Dervan Malcolm on Power 106 FM.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
4 minutes past 9 o'clock in the morning here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica, which means it's 4 minutes past 7 o'clock in the morning in Los Angeles, California.
Making your radio sound better. This is Power 106.
Hi, Ms. Barker. Morning. How are you? Yeah, they really messed up the system and somewhere, not sure why. Yeah. Gonna have to take a look at it, have the engineers take a look at it. means you should be able to pick up the signal clean. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks. Okay. All right. Thank you. Take care. Oh, great. Wonderful. Wonderful. All right. Take it easy. Okay. Thanks. Bye.